Hey folks, Crazy Climber 80 here again, and this time we're going to look at a game called S.PY, S.P.Y, Special Project Y, and it is a combination of a 3D fixed screen shooter and a side-scrolling beat-em-up, and it's kind of interesting. It's got a very James Bond type theme because you're a James Bond type guy. And they totally rip off James Bond right there. But you can play two-player simultaneous play in this game. That high score list isn't very big. You can definitely score more than that in this game. This is the first level we're seeing here. This was suggested by YouTube user Juan Cortez, and I initially wasn't going to do this game because the game, for some reason, in MAME, brought me to the continue screen right away. But I cut that out while I was editing this video, so it doesn't look as stupid. But there are, like I said, 3D fixed screen scenarios that are kind of like, if you've ever seen Konami's G.I. Joe based on the cartoon, the scenes are kind of like that. You can approach the background bit by bit. That was on my 20 from 1991 series, 91 or 92. It was a good game. This one's merely okay. This is the beat 'em up sequence there, and we start off here looking at your high-tech watch, like in James Bond movies. Here it's kind of like Space Harrier. You fly in little circles. You can pick up some weapons that the enemies leave behind, like machine guns. There'll be enemies on big old kites. But you just kind of fly around in circles. One thing to definitely remember about this game is the missiles or rocket launchers or whatever that are fired at you have really wide explosion radiuses, or radii, or however you want to call it. But you've got to watch out for that. It's going to be probably wider than you think, and you can easily get caught up in it and get killed right away. Otherwise, you have a life bar, and the enemies will peck at it when they shoot at you or punch you or whatever. Now notice it says Fireball 2 in the bottom left. There are fireballs that you can pick up, and you can cause mass damage when you use it. It can be like a smart bomb to the weak enemies, and it can deal a lot of damage to the bosses. And there, I just lost my fireballs. Yeah, I should have used it on this boss. I would have beaten it by now. Otherwise, you just kind of move around, watch out for the rocket launchers or the missiles, and just fire back. But yeah, when you get the machine gun, you just hold down the button to do rapid fire. There are also regular pistol weapons, and you'll see your bullet counter by your life bar. Now we're at the beat 'em up stage. You move up and down on the screen. Watch out for those yellow enemies. They will shoot at you. Now I have a pistol, and the pistol can only be shot one bullet at a time. Now I have the machine gun, and now I just picked up grenades. Grenades can take out a bunch of enemies clustered together, which is very nice. And these big guys take multiple attacks to bring down. I'm almost to the boss of the second level. I think there's like 7 or 8 levels total. I'm not a big fan of this. I never saw this in the arcades. But the game is called S.P.Y. Special Project Y. I don't know what Y stands for. Here is the boss. He has a machine gun. You have to just circle around him, watch out for his fire, and attack him. On later levels, you are given the ability to duck just by pressing down. You can't do that on this level. Oops. Oh, of course, I died when he just needed one more kick to kill. Well, anyway, here is level 3. There's some other weapons that I didn't pick up yet. There's a missile that has a wide radius that you have to avoid. And I just picked up a rocket launcher. And you can, like I said before, you can see the amount of firepower you have left right above the life bar. And then briefcases will give you extra fireballs. And I will launch that in just a moment. See, it's a smart bomb on the weaker enemies. You can destroy the jeeps with enough firepower. And you can kill those doggies coming at you. Now these guys take extra hits to bring down. But this is this type of scenario here is similar to G.I. Joe, which actually came out later than this game, but it was also made by Konami. This also kind of reminds me of Devastators. Whoops. I kind of ran out of room and got killed. And again, there's more briefcases there, but instead I picked up, I believe, a shotgun. The shotgun just has widespread firepower. On this stage, your default weapon is the just regular pistol. But on the beat 'em up stages, you don't get that as your default weapon. You just have to use your fists and your feet. Now we have this guy that takes a lot of shots to bring down, and he shoots a rocket launcher at you. Ah, crap. I like how it kind of spins in midair. I neglected to continue right here, but I will show you at least parts of the remainder of the levels. You have to beat the game twice to get the ending. The game doesn't seem to be particularly harder the next time around. I'll put in my initials now. I hope you enjoyed your weekend. I am actually spending time off from work because some idiot in his car clipped me while I was walking, and my foot got kind of busted because I landed funny. So I had to go to the doctor to get it looked at, and it was a hairline fracture, so I'm kind of laid up. I'll go back to work sometime this coming week. It feels a lot better than it did. Now we go back to the beat 'em up stage. And again, those yellow guys have machine guns. And now I've got one. If you get close to an enemy, you can like flip them over. Now I hate those guys. They do really fast spin kicks and they're a pain in the butt. And that guy breathes fire. I'm skipping ahead to the end of this level, or close to it. Now here is the boss, and he spins around you and whacks at you with his weapon. Fortunately for you, you've got long legs, and you can kick him as he comes around you. Ah, did I almost beat him? Come on. Run into my foot. There we go. Now they show me put on the jetpack and fly off the balcony there, but I don't go to another flying sequence. I'm back to the beat 'em up stage. Now you can jump up to the higher area just by pushing up. And if you're on the highest area, you can push up just to jump. And you can press down now to duck. So when enemies have machine guns and they're shooting at you, you can press down to duck under their shots. Sometimes in this area there will be these big old mechs or robots or something that'll attack you. And they'll take several shots. They can be brought down with your fists or feet. They'll take several shots or several hits. But yeah, you'll eventually defeat enough of a group of enemies that you'll be able to jump up to the next floor. And we're almost to the boss here. And was it a tank or something? No, it's a Jeep with a laser cannon mounted on top. Now, it won't let me get behind it. Ah, crap. But, you've already seen all the weapons that you can pick up. Damn it. Just die already. Let's get that weapon again. Jeez, it takes a lot of shots to kill. There we go. Now this level is a ripoff of Konami's own Contra. You remember this type of level. You just go forward enough until you can go left or right. And again, those briefcases give you a fireball. It's like a smart bomb for the weak enemies and causes major damage to the bosses. In Contra, this type of level had very unforgiving, had an unforgiving time limit. Oops, I died. Got blown away by the rocket launcher. I'll just keep going. But, that is not the case in this game. You got plenty of time to beat the level, even though the boss at the end takes forever to kill. You get an extra life at like 20,000 points. After that, I'm not sure what point total you have to get before you can get an extra life again. This game is kind of hard at times. Just keep getting weapons whenever you can. Now we can go left or right. They both directions end up in the same place. And we're gonna scoot forward to almost the end of the level, and we've got a bunch of cars coming at us. And we're close to the boss. And the boss, here he is. He's a samurai who has like a bunch of clones surrounding him, and you have to shoot him, you know, the one that's actually him, and he can quickly attack you when he's in front of you. Plus all these other guys are trying to attack you at the same time. I scooted forward a bit so that I can show what it looks like to advance to the next level. And we're back to the beat 'em up. And again, remember, on this particular stage, you can duck under the enemy's firepower. And we'll see a couple of really tough gals that you have to face. There's a gal in blue, and then there's a gal that's an acrobat. She does backflips, and she can throw like daggers at you. There, I killed that one. If there's too many enemies that are after you, and they also have laser guns now, or laser rifles. If there's too many enemies coming after you, switch to a different floor. You know, jump up or jump down. If you press jump or press up to jump up when you're on the top floor, I think you jump down to the lower floor. And now we're gonna go towards the end. This is almost the end of the game, or the first go around. You have to beat this guy, and he takes forever to bring down, and he does a jump attack that really hurts. And you beat him up enough, and you'll disable that wall to the right. Damn it! Just die, please. For F's sake! Yeah, it's Zooks. There we go. And then you get to this guy, and he flies off in his chair. You cannot get me this time, haha. Yeah, and you have to start all the levels over. Well, I'm not going to go through all of that. They play pretty much the exact same from this point on. So we'll just get to the end of the second go-round, and we can see the end of the game. Now we go past that wall. You go back behind that desk and kill him. He can't shoot at you, so watch out for that. And this is the end of S.P.Y, Special Project Y, and I don't know what Y stands for. But this was created by Konami in 1989, and this was suggested by Juan Cortez. And again, if you play it in MAME, or at least the version I played it on, for some reason when you start a game, it goes to a continue screen, and you know, when the timer counts down. That's weird. I don't know why it does that, but I edited it in Windows Media Maker or Movie Maker or whatever it's called, and it doesn't look nearly as stupid now. But here's the ending to S.P.Y, Special Project Y. Yeah, parachutes down into onto this yacht with these skimpily dressed ladies. But that's S.P.Y Special Project Y by Konami. An obvious takeoff of James Bond. It's okay. I don't think it's anything great. It doesn't really knock my socks off. But you can play a two-player simultaneous play, and that certainly makes the game a hell of a lot easier. But that is S.P.Y, S.P.Y Special Project Y. And again, I don't know what Y stands for. This was created by Konami in 1989. And I'll put in my initials again. And yeah, the high score list is pretty small. Very easy to get first place. And again, I hope you enjoyed your weekend, and I hope this next week is great for you. Stay cool, everybody. This is Crazy Climber 80 saying thanks for watching S.P.Y Special Project Y by Konami in 1989. I will catch you later in the future with another video. Stay cool, and keep those windows open at night. Have a good one, folks. Bye-bye.